Good afternoon. I am Shannon Morrison, and I am here to share the awesome gift that I was given over 4 years ago called generational emotional mapping. And Tracy, my friend Tracy Bach is here with me. She gladly and so glad, so grateful for you to do this demo with me today to share exactly what it looks like. And so we are going to do this demo for you. We're going to do two sets. Of the protocol, and one where you're going to see her test herself, and one where I'm going to test for her. Okay, so if you've never heard of G.E.M, which is generation emotional mapping is a little bit of a mouthful, so I like to shorten it up and say the G.E.M, right? We're going to use 3 different books to work through this process. And what G.E.M really does is it gets to the root of the emotion, finds the person and the negative emotion that is driving it, right? And clearing that for us, because 95% of what we do in a day's time or in our life really is already written in our subconscious. 95%, you guys. So we really don't do very much in a day that is on purpose. Okay, so how we react, how we parent, how we do business, how we do our relationships is really a trained or a passed down effect from our DNA from generations above us. And doing G.E.M will release those negative imprints in our DNA and allow us to live more purposeful in our strengths, if you will. And then when we clear those negative pathways, it also clears it for our kids. And it also clears it for everybody who still didn't get through that, right, above us in our family tree. And so that's why we're here today. And so we're going to just show you what that looks like. And hopefully you'll be able to see the difference in even the affect of Tracy, or maybe how she talks or expresses might change. Okay. So when we talk about G.E.M in the process, everything is yes and no. It's a form of kinesiology or muscle testing, right? And Tracy's yes, or when she's affirming the things that we're talking about, she's going to lean towards the camera. Okay. Just like that. See? And when she's walking away or backing up, mind you, that means it's her no, or she's like, no, that doesn't feel right, right? And so when we do that, the same is with me. So when I test for Tracy, my yes is forward, my no is back. So you'll see the same thing. So just kind of see those. That is just a form of kinesiology, a simple form, but it's how we test everything that we're going to do today. Everything that I talk about is going to be in numbers. She does not really know what the answer is, right? So you see her shake her head if I'm like, okay, you're thinking about it, right? A lot of women try to control the outcome. I don't know if this might be you. I try to control the outcome as well. We just feel like, especially if we had traumatic events in our life, we feel like, the things we can control, by gosh, we're going to control them. But what we're going to talk about today is already in Tracy's subconscious, because we're going to release these negative patterns that she's really not created herself. It's just what she's really held on to, right, in her DNA. So we're going to use 3 books, like I said. We're going to use the G.E.M book, or Generational Emotional Mapping. It was written by Joyce Turkington, an amazing woman from Alaska. And the protocol is in here. The essential oils, we use doTERRA essential oils. They're pure, potent, tested grade essential oils to really attach that emotion to the memory and release it stronger, right? And then every emotion is attached to essential oil, or every essential oil really rather has an emotion connected to it. Most of them at least have 4. I actually did G.E.M today on myself, and one of them, adaptive, has 8. So that was a little bit different. As I kept testing and leaning forward, I was like, oh, there must be more of them. And then secondly, we're going to use a chakra book, because you're going to clear the energy pathway that's stuck or created a dam in our body, right? These negative things create dams, and over time, those dams, or those balls of energy, get bigger and bigger, which create more emotional upheaval and eventually physical issues, right? Disease or discomfort, all those things flare up as time goes by, and we do not resolve these emotions or unleash these negative patterns. Okay. So the chakra book we're going to use today is Chakras for Beginners by Michael Williams. And the reason I like this is because my clients really resonate with 2 of them. And actually I used one of them today. two of them significantly. One is grounding, it's the Earth Star chakra, and the other one is more spiritually connected, so it's the Soul Star chakra. And it just really lets the light in and the positivity and gets you more connected to spirit or universe, however that is for you, but it really is that connection. And more important, I think that or more often my clients and myself use the grounding one, or the Earth Star chakra. It really gets your vagus nerve connected, and that really has a powerful boost in your emotional health. Okay, if you get your vagus nerve boosted, so really sinking your feet in like raw ground, earth, the beach, wherever you can, and it just really gives you your legs, just makes your legs strong, and we go from there. Right, it's really, really great. Actually, singing your heart out is another thing that makes connects your vagus nerve, or taking a hot shower is just a couple things that we do to just kind of gain a little peace in our emotional state. So the last book is Feelings Buried Never Die by Truman, which is, I love this book. If you've never read it, it is a good read. It's a long read, but it is not necessarily a long read, but it is really goes in depth about how everything in your life before you were born, conception, birth, all the things that happen through your life really affect your reactions or who you turn out to be, or how your emotions are throughout your lifetime, or even disease process that happens. So it really just kind of opened my eyes to things, even my kids' birth stories. Okay, so this is just flashcards of that book. It has all the feelings into it. So let's just say Tracy, for some reason, doesn't test for the emotion that's connected to the oil. We're going to go to those flashcards and we're going to find that feeling so she can really imprint that to a memory, and then she can release it. Okay, and the same goes for you. If when you book your generational emotional mapping session, we just really want to find that emotion so that you can release it easier. I do want to point out also, I know I use and I love natural wellness, and doTERRA essential oils have been a profound positive in my life and my kids' life. But it's not essential for you to have all the oils for you to do a G.E.M session. Okay, Tracy and I do have them. If you come to my home and have a session personally, I do have small sample vials that I have here to use, but it just creates the unleashing or the releasing of the emotion easier for you and quicker probably in the protocol, but it is not mandatory. So don't be worried, I can't do a G.E.M session because I don't have essential oils. That's not true. We'll just have you hold the chakra area, listen to the affirmation, and you can still release that emotion. Okay, it just might take us a little longer, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, Tracy, do you have any questions? Is there something that I have left out, or what do you think?
No, that's perfect. Let's go.
All right. So Tracy and I have already connected, and she has already tested that she would like to work on her lower back. She's having a little bit of discomfort there. She feels that the intent, which is the next thing we test for, right? The intention, like how you want to feel at the end of your session. If we clear this, what is the purpose, right? So you can really hone that in and center that. And she really wants to feel unstuck. She wants to be able to move forward with ease and even reposition without any discomfort, okay? This issue, this lower back issue, actually goes 53 generations back in her family. So it's not necessarily what Tracy's doing right now. She didn't walk extra, hard, or didn't slip and didn't do anything negative to her body. It's an emotional situation, right, that she's holding on to that we are going to release today. Okay, so are you ready to get started? You said you were, so let's just get to rolling. So I'm going to take notes, Tracy, and for all of you, you're going to see me look down at a piece of paper. I have the protocol out and I will be looking at my notes and then talking at the same time. You can hear me okay, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so we are going to start. We already did step 1, 2, and 3. There's actually 12 steps. It sounds like a lot, but it actually goes really quickly, okay? Once we have those first 3, we don't repeat them anymore. So we're going to, the next step is step 4. We're going to affirm in which phase of life, there's 6 different phases, which phase of life this incorrect perception started for you, Tracy. Did it start in phase 1? You want to tap? We already tap?
We didn't tap.
All right, let's tap.
This is live, people.
This is live. This is how life happens. Okay, we're just so used to like just diving in. Okay, so we're gonna tap, and when we tap, you guys, for you in the audience or watch the recording, We're going to take 2 deep breaths in our nose and out our nose because it's a yoga breath. It really centers you, it grounds you, and it's actually going to connect Tracy and I together so that I can test for her that second round, okay? So we're going to tap above our eyes and we're going to take 2 deep breaths. Great job, Tracy. And you can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed. I normally close my eyes because I kind of get out of my head easier. And next is your chin. You're doing great. Next is our clavicle or our upper chest. One more breath. Think about that intention when we're doing this. We're going to put our pinkies together and fan in front of our face. So the intention that we're going to do today is we're going to get Tracy unstuck. She's going to be able to move forward with ease. We're going to release all this in the energy field so she feels better. We're going to shake it out. Shake off the negative. Shake off what happened today. It's already here in our time in the afternoon, so we don't know what a hustle and bustle Tracy had to do today. All right, now we are intentional, right? We're ready to go now. So we're going to affirm in step 4, the phase that the incorrect perception started. So was it in phase 1, Tracy? She went forward, that is true. That's a yes. Step 5 is affirming with whom the original incorrect perception. And at times you may, Tracy, affirm more than one source. So we're going to ask each different number, okay? So I'm going to affirm with whom the incorrect perception started. Did it start with number 1? I'm going to ask you and affirm if did the incorrect perception start with number 2? In number 2, Tracy, did it start with number 1? Yes. In number 2, Tracy, did it start with number 2? Did it start with number 3? So that was a yes for all of them. Number 3, okay, so I'm going to affirm that original incorrect perception started number 3 for you, Tracy. Okay, in number 3, did it start with number 1? So she went back, so that is a no. So in number 3, Tracy, did it start with number 2? In number 3, did it start with number 3? Okay. All right. So lastly, I'm going to affirm with whom the original incorrect perception started for you, Tracy, in this set. Did it start with number 4? So that is a no. All right. Perfect. Okay, the step 6 is affirming which factors are driving the generational misconception. Basically, it's how an event is perceived will make a difference on how we respond and or different triggers, okay? So more than one of these factors can be part of the problem. So we will affirm and process each of the 5 factors today, okay? So I'm going to ask, is the factors driving your generational misconception in this set number 1? Are the factors driving the generational misconception number 2? Are the factors driving the generational misconception number 3? Yes. Are they number 4? Yes. And lastly, are they number 5? Yep. All right. So the factors that drive a generational misconception in this protocol are error of thought, negative emotions, negative words, lies, or an intent for harm. So if it was just a negative thing that happened and it was diffused and it was worked out, it would never have been passed down through generation after generation, correct? And so that was never released or unleashed or worked out. And so it was passed down to every single generation until it's gotten to Tracy 53 generations later. So she doesn't actually know this instance or this error of thought or this lie, but she's absorbed it and it's affecting her, right? It's affecting her physically and most likely emotionally because she can't do the things that she wants to do and she feels kind of stuck, not in control and not able to do the things that she wants to do, okay? So next we're going to, in step 7 is to find the essential oil and the emotion that is tied to that essential oil. She's like, yes, I am going to do that to clear this lower back pain or this root issue, okay? All right, so Tracy, we're going to go through these columns. There's 6 different columns of essential oils. We actually just added a couple, a few more oils a couple weeks ago. So we're going to test and we're going to see the essential oil that you need to help your root issue in this set. So is the oil that you need first in column 1. Perfect. In column 1, Tracy, the oil that you need is in 1 through 5. In column 1, Tracy, do you need number 1? Do you need any other oils for this set for your root issue? Okay. That was a yes. Notice how strong she moves forward, okay? So Tracy's been doing this for quite a while, so she is really doing a good job on staying out of her mind or out of her head and just letting her body flow and listen to the question, right? So the next oil that you need, Tracy, is that in column 1. Okay. The next oil that you need in column 1, Tracy, to help your root issue is in 1 through 5. The next oil that you need to help clear your root issue is number 1. Is number 2. Do you need any other oils in this set for your root issue? Okay, yes. The next oil that you need, Tracy, to help clear your root issue in this set is in column 1. In column 1, the oil that you need next to help clear your root issue is in 1 through 5. Okay, so that's a yes. So is the next oil that you need number 3? Are there any other oils that you need to help clear your root issue in this set? You might not be doing another set.
You might not be.
You might just get it all done right here. I might not be testing for you today. No big deal. Okay. So the next oil that you need to help clear your issue, is it in column 1? Okay. That was a no. See how close she went to her curtain? Is the oil that you need next in column 2? Perfect. In column 2, the oil that you need next is in 1 through 5. In column 2, the oil that you need next is number 1. Do you need any other oils to help clear your root issue in this set? Perfect. Okay. So the oils that you need to look for in your oil box, Tracy, because Tracy's going to use the oils in this demo, are Arborvitae, Basil,
Got it.
Bergamo,
Okay.
and Coriander.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, now we're going to test for, do you want to test for the emotions that are connected? Let's
Sure.
test the emotions here real quick. The emotion connected to Arborvitae for you is number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Okay, the next oil is Basil. And I'm going to affirm that the emotion connected to Basil for you is number 1. Number 2. That was a no. Did you see that she went backwards? Is the emotion connected to Basil for you number 3? Yes. Is the emotion connected to Basil essential oil for you number 4? Nope. Okay. So the next oil we have is Bergamo. This is my favorite oil, you guys. The emotion connected number 1. Is the emotion connected to this essential oil for you and your issue number 2? Is the emotion connected for you and your issue number 3? That was a no. Okay. Is the emotion connected for you and Bergamo for your issue? Is it number 4? Perfect. Okay. So the last oil that you have today here to help clear your issue is coriander. It is a form of cilantro. So this is a superbly great oil for G.E.M. It's really pulling oil. The emotion connected to you for your issue, Tracy, is number 1. Is the emotion connected to you number 2? That was a no. Is the emotion connected to you number 3? Is the emotion connected to coriander essential oil for your issue number 4? That is a no. Okay. So lastly, we're going to come up with the chakra that you need to place these 3 different oil, or the 4 different oils, excuse me. So we're going to layer them. So what Tracy's going to do is she's going to tap them, and I will let you know what the emotions are in just a second, Tracy. She's going to tap them on her fingers, or she's going to use a scant drop, and she's going to smell them, right? She's rub her fingers together, she's going to smell them, and then we're going to place them on a specific point on her body, a chakra that's going to help her clear this issue, which is her discomfort in her lower back, right? And that smelling that essential oil is going to go straight into her brain and her olfactory system. It's going to attach to a memory, and it's going to attach to that emotion. It's going to release that negative emotion and bring the affirmation in when I say it out loud. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so we're going to release all these emotions. We actually, Tracy, I'm going to count them really quick. This is what I do when I do G.E.M. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 emotions in this one set. So we're going to release all those emotions with this one chakra. And the thing about essential oils is as we layer them on top of each other, they get stronger and deeper in our system, right? And so it's a powerful supercharge for our emotions. And so this is going to be a powerful release for you, okay? And Tracy always has a box of Kleenex and always has a bottle of water with her in her office when she does G.E.M. And so just in case, it doesn't always happen. We always want to drink water, keep hydrated. Normally it's lemon water or clementine water that she has go on at the same time. So we're going to find the chakra that she needs to place these essential oils in order. Okay, so the chakra that she's going to use today, we're going to affirm the chakra that you need to place these 4 essential oils on is chakra 1. The chakra that you need to place these 4 essential oils on for your issue, Tracy, is number 2. I didn't mean to snicker. I don't normally snicker with my clients, but it's perfect because do you want to know what the chakra is? It's her root chakra, which we've been trying to get to this chakra for a minute, right? So the root chakra is the base of your spine, right? Just below your spine, right above your buttocks, right? The root chakra is the source of your usable physical energy. It anchors this energy into the physical manifestation. So it spirals located at the base of your spine and spirals towards the earth. It represents a feeling of being grounded, and it deems to be the foundation of all chakras. So you guys, it's kind of like your thyroid gland is like the driver of all your hormones. Your root chakra is a driver of all the rest of the chakras. So if your root chakra is off, if there's a dam of energy there, and that's why dam of energies really are those hot spots, those pain points, right? Then none of it's working. The energy flowing through your body is not working, and that causes physical disharmony as well as emotional disharmony. Okay, so let's talk about these emotions that we're talking about here. We need to get to them all out and tagged here. So we have Arborvitae. The emotion connected is all four. So ungratefulness, insignificance, pessimism, and self-consciousness. All right, the next one is Basil. The emotions connected to Basil essential oil, we're not going to put them, I'm just letting you know what we're going to release. Okay,
got it.
You know. The emotions connected for Basil for Tracy and her issue are feeling of overwhelm and feeling drained. That makes sense, Tracy?
Yep, definitely overwhelmed.
Okay. The next essential oil and the emotions that are connected to it is Bergamo. And these emotions are 1, 2, and 4. So that is despair, unlovable, and unsafe.
Yep.
Okay.
Unsafe.
And then the last one is Coriander. Well, let me find that one. Maybe. Obviously not now. There it is. All right. And the emotions connected to this are 1 and 3. So feeling controlled by others and drudgery. She's laughing this time, not me.
Because we know that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're going to do these one in order, and I'm going to say the affirmation connected to the essential oil, and then the script. Okay, and she's going to use one oil right after the other. We're going to see how she feels after this first set. Okay, so we're going to start with Arborvitae. We're going to put all of these on her root chakra. She's going to apply them to her root chakra. I would ask the original power of Arborvitae essential oil to assist Tracy with her emotional balance and improve her spiritual awareness and meditation, charging the generational energy field from where the incorrect perception started, with whom it started, bringing it forward through all generations of time, with its original power and authority, thereby renewing the energy field. Set and run. Next is Basil, Tracy. You're ready?
Just about.
Perfect. Arborvitae smells like wet sawdust. It really reminds me of the woods. I love that oil.
Okay. Oh, wow.
All right, Basil. I would ask the original power of Basil essential oil to help Tracy have an open mind and increase her clarity of thought. It will help her to bring natural renewal to her body. Charge it in the generational energy field from where the incorrect perception started, with whom it started, bringing it forward through all generations of time, with its original power and authority, thereby renewing the energy field. Set and run. Okay. Bergamo.
Mm-hmm. Bergamo's awesome.
Bergamo is amazing. It's like
Yeah.
sunshine in a bottle.
I know, it's fabulous.
I would ask the original power of Bergamo essential oil to uplift and refresh Tracy, bringing hope and courage to herself, to love herself without judgment. Charge it in the generational energy field from where the incorrect perception started, with whom it started, bringing it forward through all generations of time, with its original power and authority, thereby renewing the energy field. Set and run.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Yeah.
This layering has got to be absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly is coriander.
Okay.
I would ask the original power of coriander essential oil to enable Tracy to be loyal to herself. Seeing her self-worth will foster the ability to be true to herself. Charge it into the energy field where the incorrect perception started, with whom it started, bringing it forward through all generations of time, with its original power and authority, thereby renewing the energy field. Set and run.
And the other way I
Did you
know
see
it's
how
true,
she,
I move forward.
yeah, did you see how she came forward to the screen? So she was like, was in agreement. If she went backwards with that affirmation or superbly backwards with any of them, we would have done a different protocol in addition to called the belief protocol, right? The I am statements or the belief statements where your core belief is like that affirmation. I'm not good enough for that. So we would start, we go there and then get back into the normal protocol. You did an amazing job, Tracy. How do you feel right now with just one set?
I feel, I feel very joyous. I feel very uplifted, very energized. You know, I'm almost like, you know, probably maybe a weight has been lifted. Things have been let go. Probably like you let go stuff. That,
Right.
yeah, that's how I feel.
So I'm going to test and see how far we've come because I actually don't feel that we have to do another set today for this demo. So we're going to see how far we have released this in just this one set. I'm going to make a statement and I'm going to affirm and I'm going to test for Tracy, okay, while she's putting her 4 oils away. That was distinct and that was awesome. I'm going to make a statement that and affirm that Tracy has cleared her issue today that she's working on of her lower back pain by 50%. I'm going to make a statement that Tracy has cleared her issue that she was working on today of lower back pain by 70%. She's already, she knows what I'm saying. You hear, or her subconscious is like, yes, ma'am, right? We're not faking this, you guys. This is live. We are just recording live here.
Yeah.
I know some people are like, this is kind of woo-woo, but she is absolutely testing for herself, and I am connected to her, so I can test for her too. So, and you can see that we're in alignment. Okay, this is perfect. Thank you, Tracy. So I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to affirm, Tracy, that you've cleared your issue today of your lower back pain by 85. Okay, and then I'm going to make a statement that you've cleared your lower back pain by 100% today. Yes. Did you see how elated she looks, and just her face and her affect is completely different than when we started, right? She is ready to take on her afternoon. She's just like, whatever, we're starting over. It's like 6 a.m. and I'm going to knock some stuff out today because my back pain is going to feel better. Now we can test here real quick. Lastly, what we do after we test to affirm we've cleared the situation, right, or the emotional upheaval, is we test to see if you need a protocol or a special blend to continue that processing. So I'm going to see if we do need that. So I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to affirm that you need a protocol to continue that process. So I said yes.
Yeah, you did.
And did you say yes too?
Yeah, I said yes too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to make a blend. Actually, rather, Tracy's going to make a personal blend because she's in St. Louis and I'm in Nebraska. So but she has all the oils. I would absolutely, this is part of the generational emotional mapping session. I would create a personal blend for you and mail that to you in the mail. And it's a pocket friendly, use all throughout your day until gone blend because it really helps you get through these emotions that we just basically we stirred up stuff, right? We stirred up stuff, release your subconscious, and it just really helps. Okay, there's 4 different oils, a personifier, an enhancer, an equalizer, and a modifier. Okay, so I'm going to make a statement, Tracy, and I'm going to test this. Okay, is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So the personifier, the first oil we're going to do, I'm going to make a statement, and I'm going to write blend here so I know what we're doing. The oil that you need in your blend first is in column 1. In column 1, the oil that you need first is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7. Coriander, you need 1 drop, 2 drops, 2 drops, 2 drops, 2.5, 2.5, 2, a little over 2 drops. The second oil is going to be the enhancer. It's going to be the majority of the blend. Tracy needs to continue her processing of a root issue. She needs an oil in column 1. She needs an oil in column 2. In column 2, the oil that Tracy needs is in 1 through 5. Is in 1 through 5. Is number 1. Is number 2. Is number 3. Is number 4. 4. Jasmine. Do you have jasmine?
Yep. That's my favorite. Yes.
Tracy needs 1 drop. She needs more than 5 drops. Does she need 5 drops? Does she need 10 drops? No. Does she need more than 10 drops? 14 drops, 15 drops, 16 drops. We're getting closer. 16 drops now. 15 drops.
Okay.
And you can use a pipette, Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next one is an equalizer. This is like 2 to like 6-ish drops of the oil. So the oil that she needs for equalizer is not in column 1, is in column 2, is in column 3. In column 3, the oil that she needs is in 1 through 5, is number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. Vetiver.
Ew.
Okay, so Tracy is by all means an amazing human that loves sunshine oils. Vetiver is more like a deep woodsy essential oil. Vetiver, I'm testing it twice. Okay, so it is vetiver. The amount of oil and drops that Tracy needs for this blend is 1 drop, 2 drops, 1 drop, 1.5 drops.
Okay.
Not very much, Tracy. You're going to be grateful. And later on, Tracy and I will go through the emotions book or the protocol in the G.E.M, and we're going to attach these emotions to these essential oils and let her know why this oil that she may not fantastically enjoy is going to significantly help her, because vetiver is amazing, and she's going to be like, yep, that's why it is. Okay. Vetiver is amazing for emotional wellness. All right, so number 4 is the modifier. This is the harmonious part of your blend. The essential oil that you need is in column 1. The essential oil you need is in column 2, in column 3. The oil that you need in column 3 is number 1, number 2, number 3, you're thinking, number 4. Okay, the essential oil that you need in column 3, yes, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 4, 5, 4. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you notice that Tracy closed her eyes? Because she was trying to, not that she knows what's in my book, because she does not have the G.E.M book, but she was trying to figure out what the answer was. And then I start bouncing around and I'm like, was it in column 3? Was it number 1? And then I mess up because she's thinking about it. And so then her brain is getting in the energy of her subconscious, and she's trying to control the outcome, which doesn't work. So tangerine's the oil. And this is going to be great actually with vetiver. Let me just be honest right now. Okay, so the amount of oil that you need to use for your modifier is 1 drop. Is more than 1 drop? It's 2 drops. It's 2.5 drops. 2 drops. 2 drops.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? You can use a very, very small oil roller if you want. I mean, I even have little tiny dram ones. That's absolutely fine. I would mix it with a little bit of coconut oil or whatever oil you choose to dilute with. We do have 2 new ones from convention. That's absolutely fine. So we have coriander, 2.25 drops, jasmine, 15 drops, vetiver, 1.5 drops, and then tangerine lastly with 2 drops. I think this is going to smell amazing. And I think that you should absolutely message me on how that smells later.
Okay, so where would you like me to put this?
So use your root issue. Use your root chakra.
Okay.
That's and then if you are like, you have it in your hand and you're like, oh my gosh, I just feel like I need to smell this, absolutely smell it first. If you're like, oh my goodness, I feel like I need to put it over my heart, absolutely wherever you feel. But personally, I would start with your root chakra, which is your lower back, where that discomfort is, right?
Yes.
To help continue getting rid of those emotions that have been just really getting you stuck lately. I so appreciate you doing this demo with me. I've had such a good time with you today. If you guys have questions regarding this demo or this recording, you're seeing it on my website, you're seeing it out there in social media, message below, comment below, email me, or join my website and book your next GEM session. Thank you so much. I'm Shannon Morrison with Tracy Bach, and it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.